Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Thanks again for tuning in. My name is George Herrera with the Queens Home Team at Keller Williams Realty, and today the video that I am covering will be about the 5 neighborhoods in Queens, the top 5 neighborhoods which had the highest home price gains in 2020. So the highest median home price increase in 2020, the top 5 neighborhoods. And I broke this down just to give a little more context. I broke it down into residential, so residential homes, condos, and co-ops. I actually, I did a lot of homework, so I actually had to go through market reports for every single zip code and actually analyze and run the numbers to see which neighborhoods in Queens had the biggest increase in their median home price. And I had to do it for residential, condo, co-op, so that we can get all this data for you. But it's pretty enlightening, pretty interesting. I'll break the numbers down here and hopefully you find this helpful. All right, so we'll start with residential. So residential 1 to 4 family homes. Okay, the 5 neighborhoods that had the biggest home price increases, the median home price increase for residential homes. Number 1, all right, drum roll here. The top neighborhood, the biggest home price increase for 2020 was 11692. That's actually Arverne. That's the zip code for Arverne in the Rockaways. 11692 had a median home price increase in 2020 of 35%. That's a whopping 35% increase. And it's partly, I'm sure it's partly due to the desirability of the beach and the Rockaways just getting more popular. Arverne is a great neighborhood. One of our team members actually lives there, and it's really a great area. So Arverne by the Sea is also there. And we know because we've actually looked for investment properties in Arverne by the Sea, and that area is also great, always developing. We've noticed those prices even going up significantly year over year over the last few years. So definitely not surprising on this one. Number 1, Arverne 11692. Number 2 was actually Corona 11368. Corona had a median home price increase of 25% in 2020. So that's a big increase too. Not too surprising either because Corona is still a very popular area. It's actually very popular for multifamily buyers. So people looking for 2, 3, and 4 family houses, they really like Corona because you get really good rents there, and the properties are it's a desirable location. But from our experience, the rents are good there. The numbers tend to make good sense over there, and there's a lot of housing stock for multifamilies. Zoning is also, you'll get a lot of R6 zoning and stuff, so people will buy and actually build up too. So 11368 was number 2. Number 3 is actually Jamaica 11433. And they had an increase, a median home price increase in 2020 of 19.8%. So just about 20%. That's another very significant increase. So that's also great. 11433, all of Jamaica in general, we've seen going up, and all of Southeast Queens, we have seen rising in prices, generally because the affordability is higher there. So houses do tend to be more affordable there. So if you're moving from either Manhattan, Brooklyn, or Northwest or Western Queens, generally if you go southeast, you get a little more bang for your buck and more house, more space. So not too surprising there, but Jamaica 11433 with an increase of 19.8% in 2020. That's number 3. Now number 4 on the list is Astoria 11103. They had a median home price increase in 2020 of 19.6%. So also just about 20%. This one is also not surprising because Astoria 11103 is actually some investors, buyers, we sometimes refer to it as Astoria Prime. This is Astoria 11103 is south of Grand Central. It's where a lot of the restaurants are. 30th Ave, Broadway is there, Steinway runs through it, a lot of commerce, a lot of development going on. So I've told my wife in the past that I could see, Astoria 11103 that easily one day getting all rezoned and end up looking like Long Island City. You already see buildings going up that are a lot higher than you're used to seeing in Astoria. So that section of Astoria, very desirable for multifamily buyers, big time. Single family as well, it's also popular. It's more expensive for the single family houses, but the multifamily 2 to 4 family homes, they're always very popular in 11103 because you pretty much never have to worry about having to find renters for the apartments. So that was number 4. And number 5 on the list for residential 1 to 4 family homes with the biggest median home price increase in 2020 is actually Bayside 11360. So 11360, that's actually northeast Bayside, which is Bay Terrace, around the Bay Terrace Shopping Plaza. You have Bay Terrace right by the water there. And this section of Bayside is beautiful. I mean, we sold a house there last year. It was a beautiful house right near Bay Terrace. You have Bayside Gables over there also. So it's a really suburban-like area. And the houses are all fully detached, really nice curb appeal, nice streets, nice neighborhood. So Bayside 11360 came in at number 5 with a median home price increase of 15%. Okay, so also pretty significant year over year. Now we switch over to condo, and we're looking at what condos or what neighborhoods in Queens had the biggest median home price increase for condominiums in Queens. Now coming in at number 1 is Ridgewood, Glendale. So 11385. 11385 encompasses both Ridgewood and Glendale. There was some condos sold this year. The prices were actually going up. We did see that the prices went up for the condos that sold, so they were up 38.5% in 2020. So that's a really big increase. And so 11385 came in at 38.5%. Number 2 is Auburndale and North Flushing 11358. So 11358, it's partly North Flushing, Auburndale. You'll hear it called different things, but both of those are encompassed in there. And the median price for a condo in those in 11358 for 2020 rose by 22.6%. So almost 23% increase for condos in 11358. Number 3 is Astoria 11102. So Astoria 11102 had an increase for the condos, a home price increase of 21.9%. So just about 22% increase in the condo prices in Astoria 11102. Now the number 4 actually came in from Kew Gardens. So Kew Gardens 11415. There they saw an increase in condos in the median price of 13.8%. So about 14% increase for the condos in Kew Gardens in 2020. And number 5 is in the Rockaways. It's at 11693. So this is actually in the Rockaways, right there as soon as you come down Cross Bay Boulevard into the Rockaways, that little area there, Rockaway Beach, that's 11693, Seaside to the west, Rockaway Beach there. You have the boardwalk, you have the concession stands. So that area has also been getting very popular. It's a great area in the summer. It's super vibrant, and that they had a median home price increase in 2020 for the condos was 12.8%, so about 13%. Double digits So also very significant. So that's your 5 for condos, your top 5 neighborhoods with the biggest home price gains in 2020. And the for co-ops now, we go to our last segment. For co-ops, the 5 neighborhoods that had the biggest home price gains in 2020 were number 1, 11694. Okay, 11694. This is Belle Harbor and Rockaway Park over there. Very beautiful areas, not surprising. If you see a trend here, you can kind of see that the neighborhoods in 2020 that had the biggest home price gains, whether residential, condo, or co-op, a lot of these neighborhoods were in the areas that have a little more suburban-like settings. Whether it's condo, co-op, or houses, you can see that the highest demand was in the areas that were more suburban-like. So the flight to the suburbs, was it real? Yes, it was a real thing, but what people forget is that Queens has neighborhoods that are like the suburbs. So we have our own neighborhoods that are very suburban-like, and you can see by these stats that the neighborhoods that had a lot of big price gains in 2020 were some of those neighborhoods, and also the beach, which has gotten more and more popular over the years. All right, back into the list. So number 1 for co-ops was 11694. That's Belle Harbor Rockaway Park, with 30.8% increase in the median price for co-ops in those neighborhoods. Now, number 2 was Maspeth, 11378. Okay, the median price for a co-op in Maspeth in 2020 increased by 19%. So that's significant increase there, Maspeth co-ops. Then you have number 3, which is again 11358, which is North Flushing and Auburndale. For co-ops, the median price for co-ops in 11358 rose by 16.1%. So about 16% increase for 11358. Number 4, this one's a little surprising. We don't actually see a lot of the co-op activity all the time in this neighborhood, but it jumped up by 14.8%, and this is 11426. That's Bellerose. So Bellerose actually saw an increase in their co-op, the median price for co-ops there, of 14.8%, about 15% increase for Bellerose co-op. So something important to keep in mind there. But again, kind of goes along with the trend that we were seeing. Last year we saw the prices for co-ops in the more dense areas, like in Northwest Queens and Western Queens. We saw that those prices were actually suffering a little, but it looks like the co-ops that were out further east and more in the suburban-like settings, it looks like the prices actually rose more significantly in those areas. So number 4, Bellerose, with an increase of 14.8%, and number 5, with the biggest median price increase for co-ops is Elmhurst, 11373. So Elmhurst actually saw an increase of 13.6% for the co-ops in Elmhurst. So also a double-digit increase, and you can see that these neighborhoods, I mean, Elmhurst is a more dense area, but always popular. By the train, a lot of commerce, a lot of things to do there. You have a lot of shopping, restaurants, retail. So also a great neighborhood there. Now, hopefully you find this helpful. Next week, I'm gonna run all the numbers, and I'm gonna pull up the list of the top 5 neighborhoods that saw the biggest home price declines. So I'm gonna scour the reports and pull up all the neighborhoods that had the biggest decrease in their home prices in 2020. So for all you investors out there, or for any potential home buyers that are looking for areas where maybe you have more negotiating power, maybe you're able to find something at a lower price than it would have sold for the year before or the year before that, tune in next week, because I'll be pulling up the list of the top 5 neighborhoods with the biggest declines in their median home price. So hopefully you found this helpful. I'll link I'll put a link in the description to the full report of every single zip code in Queens for all of 2020. And it's comparing 2020 to 2019 and also 2018. So it's a 3-year trend report for every single zip code in Queens. I'll put the link in the description, so feel free to download it there, and you'll be able to see even more details than what I'm covering here. But that's your list here, top 5 neighborhoods with the biggest home price gains in Queens in 2020. Let's see what happens in 2021. Thanks for tuning in. As always, if you have any questions, please drop us a line or feel free to visit us online at queenshometeam.com/help. All right, thanks for tuning in. Take care and have a great day.